Hey everyone, it's Diabetic Danica, and we all know that checking blood sugar is a good idea, but today I'm going to share with you some of my personal reasons, what keeps me motivated to check my blood sugar all the time, and hopefully it will give some insight to you. So I guess there would be three main reasons why I check my blood sugar, and the first is really obvious. It's because my endocrinologist told me to. So that's number one, because when I was first diagnosed, if no one had told me to check my blood sugar, I wouldn't have. Now, I almost didn't count this as a reason because it's really obvious, like your parents, your endocrinologist, people like that are telling you you need to check your blood sugar. And so, I figured it was a reason, so I put it in there, but I'm just a pretty logical person, so I really need other reasons, to check my blood sugar besides someone telling me to. So I have my own internal motivation for why I do it so often. Because having someone tell you to do something will only go so far. Like, it might help you do it initially, but it's really going to take your own reason and your own internal motivation to keep it up. Number two reason is because I want the information. So, it's come to the point where I have been diabetic long enough that I really want to know what my blood sugar is, and I would rather do a quick prick of the finger, take 5 seconds out of my day to see that number. To me, the information is valuable enough that it's worth checking my blood sugar. It's a good trade-off. I'm willing to do that in order to know where I'm at. And it doesn't matter if this is a good blood sugar, a bad blood sugar, anything, like, I just want to know because then I know how I can take care of it. Because you gotta admit, that's one of the good things about diabetes. You know how to fix certain stuff. If you're high, you take insulin. If you're low, you eat carbs. Like, it's pretty straightforward. Obviously there's all these factors that go into it, and so it's not always that clear cut, but basically you know what you're supposed to do for each number. But without this information, you would never know what you're supposed to do. And so to me, I need that information in my head right there, and it's worth it to me to check for that information. Number three reason why I check my blood sugar is because I want to feel good. I don't know about you, but when I'm high for a long time, I do not feel good. I do not like that feeling at all, and I would rather be in range more often, obviously. This is kind of going off the second one then, because once I check and I see that information, then I know what I can do to fix it or keep it how it is, and then I'm going to, in turn, feel better. Now, I hear a lot of people say that they don't check their blood sugar because they hate seeing bad numbers. And to me, like, this is just a horrible reason not to check your blood sugar. Because, okay, I'll try to explain this. Think about it this way. Like, good numbers and bad numbers are part of diabetes, and you're going to have them no matter how many times you check. You could check once a day, you could check 10 times a day. You're still going to have bad and good numbers. But the thing about not checking often is that those bad numbers are going to last longer. And they're going to last longer because you don't have the information to fix them. So let's say I checked 7 times a day, and I check, in the morning and I'm good, and then later I'm high. And yeah, I might be like, oh, dang it, I'm high. Like, I might still feel that, but it's only been like 2 hours since I last checked. And since I know that I'm high, I can just give some more insulin and then fix it. So the time that I'm high isn't that long. But if you're on the other side of things and you check every 3 days, let's say, when you see that high, you're still going to feel that same thing that the person who checked 7 times a day felt. But your high will have been probably for a lot longer than that. So no matter how often you check, you're going to see those numbers that make you kind of sigh a little bit. But if you check it more often, you're going to be that high for way less time. And when you're high less, you're just going to feel better. I promise you, you will. And obviously, being high for that long is not good on your body. Like, I don't want to be a downer, but your body doesn't like having that much sugar in its system, and it's really not doing yourself a favor to be that high all the time. So to me, it just makes sense to check a lot, because I would rather know for sure what my number is instead of just guessing, like, by feeling. Even though I can usually tell when I'm really high or really low, I would rather see the number and know kind of for sure. Meters aren't perfect, but know pretty close what my number is. And the good news is that the more you check your blood sugar, the better your numbers are going to be. And like I said before, you're still going to have highs and lows, but since you're checking in on it more often, you can adjust things better. You can, fine tune your basal rates and really see how much insulin you need all the time. And your numbers are just going to get better because you know what they are. You know what you can do to fix them. So let's say you checked once in the morning and once at night, and by chance you were 1:30 in the morning and 1:50 at night, and you're like, wow, I had great blood sugars all day long. Now, I would love to think that, yeah, you did have good blood sugars all day long, but I can't guarantee that because you didn't check your blood sugar. And you have no idea what your blood sugars are doing in between these two checks. It could be like this, it could be like this, you don't even know. So I would much rather just check and see those numbers in between. This is also the reason why I really want a CGM, continuous glucose monitor, because you can see way more blood sugars in between and it would be so cool. But I'm not at that point yet, but hopefully soon. So just to hit the point home, I'm going to check my blood sugar right now. I didn't check it beforehand or anything. I don't really know what it's going to be, but we're going to see, and I want you to check right now. Don't worry, I'll wait for you. You can pause the video, go get your meter, whatever, and we're all going to check together and put our numbers in the comments below, because I really feel like if people see everybody's different numbers, it's going to make them feel better to see that some people are high, some people are low, some people are great. Like, that's just part of being a diabetic. So go get your meter and I'll go get mine. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can do this here in camera. Try to keep it up. Okay. Ba-ba-da. Here it is, the moment of truth. And I am 174. Not too shabby. So now I can go ahead and use that information to my advantage and give a little bit of insulin here. So it's not high, but it's a little bit high, so we'll go ahead and fix that. And if you just checked your blood sugar, please put it in the comments below so that we can all see our beautiful numbers. And happy checking! Bye! And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And stay tuned for some shout-outs. And the first shout-out is for Alyssa, or PumpGal5000, and her pump, Maisie, which I think is an awesome pump name, by the way. Hello to you guys. And then there's another one for CraftGirls1. Hello to you as well. I hope you guys are doing awesome today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! What was I gonna say? Even if you see... I just burped.